Welcome back to the channel Coins Collector, everyone to the channel. Today we are diving into a fascinating story from the world of rare coins, and this one is sure to catch your attention. Imagine reaching into your pocket change, pulling out a coin you have seen countless times before, only to discover that it could actually be worth a life-changing amount of money. That is exactly the case with the rare 1994 Liberty Quarter Dollar from the United States, a coin with a market value that has stunned collectors and enthusiasts alike. Some examples of this coin have reportedly reached astonishing numbers, with one known valuation climbing all the way up to $333,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, a single 25-cent piece from 1994 that can bring in more than a luxury car, more than a house in some parts of the country, and more than many people make in years of working 9 to 5. Before we get into the current market value, let us take a step back and look at the history of this coin, because the story behind it is just as fascinating as the price tag attached to it. The Liberty Quarter, officially known as the Washington Quarter, was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. This design has been with us for decades, becoming one of the most widely circulated coins in the United States. By 1994, the Washington Quarter was still going strong, minted by the millions at facilities across the country, including Denver, which is where the famous D-Mint mark comes from. Most people at that time would not have thought twice about these coins. They were everyday money, jingling in pockets, sitting in change jars, handed over at grocery stores and gas stations without anyone suspecting that some of them would one day be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The question many people ask is why certain coins skyrocket in value while others remain worth only their face value. The answer usually comes down to rarity, condition, and unique minting errors. In the case of the 1994 Liberty Quarter, there are special examples that display certain qualities collectors go absolutely wild for. While millions were minted, very few survived in pristine uncirculated condition, with razor-sharp details and untouched luster. Even fewer may have striking anomalies or errors that make them one of a kind. When you combine rarity with demand, you get a perfect storm that drives prices to incredible levels. Think of it this way. Most quarters from 1994 are worth just 25 cents. Some higher-grade examples may fetch a few dollars or maybe even $50 to $100 for truly exceptional pieces. But when you start entering the realm of the top grading scales, where a coin has been preserved in a way that is almost flawless, the numbers climb into the thousands. Now imagine the rarest of the rare, a specimen that stands out even among the elite. That is when collectors start bidding against each other, each one determined to own a piece of numismatic history. It is in those moments that records are set, and the value of a single coin can leap from thousands into hundreds of thousands. The 1994 Liberty Quarter that reached the market price of $333,000 did not get there by accident. It represents the absolute pinnacle of quality, rarity, and collector demand. For coin lovers, owning such a piece is like owning a priceless work of art. It is not just about the metal. It is about history, craftsmanship, and the thrill of possessing something almost no one else has. Imagine the pride of having that coin in your collection, knowing that only a handful of people in the entire world can say the same. This is what makes coin collecting so exciting. You never know when a hidden treasure might appear. Someone out there could be holding on to a 1994 quarter without realizing its value. Maybe it is tucked away in a family coin jar, maybe it is sitting in an old collection passed down through generations, or maybe it is still circulating quietly from hand to hand. The mystery and possibility keep collectors searching and keeps the market alive with energy. Another important factor to understand is how grading plays such a major role in value. Professional coin grading services evaluate coins on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. The tiniest details matter. A scratch here or a dull spot there can mean the difference between a coin worth a few dollars and a coin worth tens of thousands. That is why serious collectors send their coins in to be graded, sealed in protective holders, and authenticated by experts. For the 1994 Liberty Quarter, the ones that reached the uppermost grading levels are the ones commanding the highest prices. Now let us talk a little bit about the current coin market and why coins like this continue to be so valuable. Over the years, rare coins have become more than just a hobby. They have become investments. Collectors, investors, and even financial institutions recognize that rare coins can appreciate in value over time, sometimes dramatically. When you see a coin jump to hundreds of thousands of dollars, it shows the level of competition among buyers and the enduring demand for rare American currency. While the average person might think of coins as spare change, those in the know understand that coins like the 1994 Liberty Quarter are tangible pieces of wealth. It is also worth noting that the fascination with coins goes beyond just money. Every coin carries a story. The Washington Quarter connects us back to the nation's founding, to the values of liberty and leadership. Each mint mark tells a story of where the coin was made, whether it was Denver, Philadelphia, San Francisco, or elsewhere. The wear and tear on circulated coins tells the story of the countless hands they passed through, the everyday lives they touched. But when you find a rare uncirculated gem, it feels like stepping into a time machine, holding a piece of history exactly as it looked the day it left the mint. That sense of connection and preservation is priceless to many collectors. So when we talk about the 1994 Liberty Quarter reaching values of $333,000, we are not just talking about money. We are talking about passion, history, rarity, and the deep human desire to hold on to something extraordinary. This is why coin collecting has survived for centuries and why it continues to attract new generations of enthusiasts. From children just starting out with jars of change to seasoned experts bidding at major auctions, the world of coins is vast and full of surprises. In today's video we are going to explore more about this legendary coin, what makes it so valuable, how to identify if you might have one, and what steps to take if you do. So grab your magnifying glass, check your coin jars, and get ready to learn all about one of the most remarkable quarters in modern American history. If you are a collector or just someone curious about the possibility of hidden treasure, this is one story you will not want to miss. Today we have a fascinating and truly exciting story to share with you about one of the most surprising coins in American history. We are going to take a deep dive into the 1996 Liberty Quarter dollar from the United States, a coin that at first glance might look like just an ordinary piece of change in your pocket. But this is no ordinary quarter. This is a coin with a history, a coin with a story, and a coin that in the right condition has been known to bring in life-changing amounts of money. Imagine finding a coin worth as much as $231,000. That is the astonishing figure tied to this rare piece of American coinage, and it is the reason so many collectors, treasure hunters, and everyday people are checking their jars of coins, their piggy banks, and their loose change drawers for the chance that they may have one of these rare treasures sitting right under their nose. The 1996 Liberty Quarter dollar might not look any different to the casual observer. It has the familiar design that we all know, the image of George Washington on the obverse, his profile facing left, the word Liberty written proudly across the top, the national motto "In God We Trust" placed prominently, and of course the date 1996 stamped at the bottom. On the reverse we see the traditional eagle design, wings spread wide, a symbol of American strength and pride. But what makes this coin so special is not just the design itself, but the details, the mint mark, the history of its production, and the rare circumstances that make certain examples of the 1996 Liberty Quarter dollar worth far more than the 25 cents marked on the face. To understand the story we need to go back to the mid-1990s. In 1996 the Denver Mint produced millions of Washington quarters. These coins were circulated throughout the country, and for most people they simply became part of daily life. A quarter could buy you a snack, pay for parking, or drop into an arcade machine. Most people never gave a second thought to the coin in their hand. But among the millions produced there were coins struck with unique qualities, coins that were preserved in pristine condition, and coins that over time became the subject of fascination for collectors. What makes the 1996 Liberty Quarter dollar stand out today is the combination of rarity and condition. While millions were made, only a very small number remain in superb condition. Collectors use the term mint state to describe coins that have never been used in circulation, coins that show no wear, no scratches, no signs of handling. These are coins that appear just as they did the day they left the mint. A coin from 1996 that has somehow been kept in such flawless condition is already rare. Combine that with the demand from collectors who specialize in Washington quarters and you begin to see why the value of this coin can skyrocket. Now here is the truly astonishing part. In the world of coin grading, a system developed to standardize the quality of coins, the highest levels of preservation are graded with numbers like MS66, MS67, MS68, and so on. The higher the grade, the rarer the coin becomes. A 1996 D Liberty quarter dollar that reaches these top grades is nearly impossible to find. And yet, when one does appear at auction, the bidding becomes fierce. Collectors know how rare such a coin is, and they are willing to pay staggering amounts of money to add it to their collection. One of the most shocking examples came when a pristine 1996 D Liberty quarter dollar sold for an unbelievable $231,000. That is right. A coin with a face value of just 25 cents sold for nearly $250,000. Imagine being the person who held on to that coin, who preserved it so carefully, or who discovered it among a collection of old coins. That moment would be life-changing. And it is stories like this that fuel the passion of coin collectors and inspire everyday people to check their own coins carefully. The history of the Washington quarter itself adds another layer of importance to this story. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Originally meant as a commemorative coin, the design proved so popular that it became the standard quarter design for decades. The eagle reverse remained until 1998 when the United States Mint launched the 50-state quarters program in 1999, changing the reverse design each year to honor different states. That means the 1996 D Liberty quarter was among the last years of the classic eagle reverse design, making it historically significant as one of the final runs of an era that lasted more than 60 years. Collectors often seek out coins from the final years of a design, knowing that they represent the closing of a chapter in American numismatic history. The 1996 D Liberty quarter sits right in that special position. It is modern enough that people still remember using it, but old enough that pristine examples have become very hard to find. Combine that with the fact that 1996 marked the 65th year of the Washington quarter series and you have a coin that carries both historical weight and collectible importance. Now let's talk about what makes a coin like this valuable today. The market for rare coins is dynamic, shifting with demand, collector interest, and availability. For the 1996 D Liberty quarter dollar, the key factors are grade, rarity, and eye appeal. Grade is the technical condition as judged by professional grading services. Rarity speaks to how many exist at those high grades. Eye appeal is a term collectors use to describe how attractive the coin looks overall, with sharp details, bright luster, and no distracting marks. When all of these elements come together, the value of the coin can soar. Currently the highest auction records for this coin are staggering. The example that reached the $231,000 mark was graded at one of the top levels and had the perfect combination of preservation and beauty. Not every 1996 D quarter will be worth that much, of course. Most examples in circulation are still worth only 25 cents. Even some uncirculated ones might bring only a modest premium. But the existence of that one record-breaking coin proves that the possibility is real, and that possibility fuels the excitement of collectors everywhere. It is important to remember that coin collecting is not only about money. For many it is about the history, the artistry, and the stories that coins tell. The 1996 D Liberty quarter dollar tells a story of American tradition, of the end of a long design era, and of the surprising treasures that still hide in plain sight. Every coin has a journey. It may have passed through countless hands or sat untouched in a roll for decades. The fact that one of these coins, born in 1996 in the Denver Mint, could end up valued at more than $200,000 is a testament to the mystery and wonder of numismatics. So as we begin today's video, I want to welcome you back and invite you to join me on this exploration of the 1996 D Liberty quarter dollar. We are going to look deeper into how to identify these coins, what makes them valuable, how the grading system works, and why this coin has become such a star in the collecting world. We will talk about the importance of mint marks, the details that separate a common coin from a treasure, and the current market trends that show just how valuable these quarters can be. Stay tuned, because whether you are a seasoned collector or someone just beginning to learn about coins, the story of the 1996 Liberty quarter dollar is one you will not want to miss. It is a story of hidden value, of unexpected fortune, and of American history captured in a small but powerful piece of metal. And who knows, by the end of this video you might feel inspired to dig through your own coins and see if a little piece of history worth big money is waiting for you.